may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, as long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you. He is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, as long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you. He is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, as long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you. He is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, as long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you. He is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. Hello and good evening to you from the Ambassador of Hope. It's another Tuesday. Yes, it is a Tuesday of hope, which means whatever situation you find yourself in today, remember this: it is not over until God says it's over. So long as there's a heartbeat in your chest, breath in your nostrils, it's going to be okay. Listen, wipe the tears. Lift up your chin, square your shoulders, put on some makeup, correct the running mascara, extend your lashes. Everything is going to be okay. Tomorrow will never be like any yesterday that you've been through. Never worry. Look over your shoulders. God has been good. So welcome again. It's my pleasure, it's my honor to sit in this chair. Together, hand in hand, mind to mind, we'll learn. Why do we learn? To get better. Why do we get better? Because when we get better, things around us get better. That is why we are here. Episode number 119, the second installment of Shaping Your Future. Yes, Shaping Your Future. I want you to do this like we do normally, and this time obey me. It's Christmas. Obey me. Pick up your device. Share it to 10 people, 10 of your friends. Tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody that the Ambassador of Hope is seated. And before we get on, as you are sharing, I want to do this announcement. We're going to put our flyer there. Today will be the last time we are announcing this because we are getting over this. I've told you I'm doing two classes starting in January. One for emerging leaders and the other for accomplished leaders already. Listen, I'll talk to you. I'll come back and talk to you about it. But yeah, there we are. That's a flyer there. Emerging leaders mentorship. Everybody needs somebody. And I want to help you. I want to come alongside you to help you. I'm not looking for the whole world to attend. I'm not looking for 2 billion people to attend. My cutoff is on Monday. You know what to do. Please register on Advanced Life app. Go to our app. If you don't have our app, please go to Google Play Store or Apple Store and download our app. You see our logo right there, Advanced Life. And when you get there, the registration information is right there. Monday will be the cutoff because Monday is when we send out the information to our people who have registered. It's going to be some 6 to 8 weeks of amazing times together. And then this also goes for those who are already in leadership. You know, like for senior pastors, business people, accomplished people, wherever you are. It's a master class. I'm doing a master class. It's out of the box. This time you are not registering on the app. Please send me an email. This email is mine, leader@advancedlife.org, and indicate your willingness to join my masterclass. So many people have registered, sent me emails already. The cutoff again is on Monday. So Monday, all other information is going to go out. Please don't forget, it's going to be an awesome time. Don't you forget, tell somebody, and if you are able to register for somebody in other nations that are not as privileged as you, please sow into somebody's life. You never know who that person is going to turn out to be. Sometimes we don't know. We really don't know the opportunities that is presented to us. We are around Christmas. I was thinking the other day, when Joseph and Mary went into the inn, and they had no place in the inn, and they were offered a little stable, an eating trough of horses and cows for the baby to be laid in. What if the innkeeper knew who it was that had been born? It would have changed, and maybe his name would have been put in God's holy writ. Sometimes you never know. Opportunities come to us disguised as problems. Take the challenge, help somebody, and let's go. Episode 119, Shaping Your Future. In a couple of weeks, the year is going to close, and we are all looking forward to great anticipation for the next. For some, 2023 has been good, others is ugly, for others is in between, is bad, whatever. But whatever, we are still here. And one of the things that I realized and I noticed is that many people just get into the normal routine of year end. Celebrate Christmas, get drunk, get excited, dance, buy things, do the shopping, look forward to 31st December. A lot of people will go to church, some will wait till the clock begins to strike, then they go get their blessings for the year at church, and then we step back into New Year's Day, and then we settle into our old routines. If you are like me, you know that it really doesn't work. There has to be a change. That is why this series is for serious-minded people. People who have realized that they stand at the gate of opportunity. And so they are determined to make the next better than the former. A lot of things in this life, it's in your hands. You realize that the Bible says that the heavens belong to the Lord, but the earth has He given to the children of men. It means that a lot of things are dependent on the choices that you make. Never forget that. Sometimes it's been drummed into our ears, everything by God. God is in control of everything, blah, blah, blah. And these worn-out cliches somehow had robbed us of our responsibility. Responsibility, the amalgam of two words, your response to your ability. So whatever God has given to you, rise up and do something. I'm going to put a little thing there, then I'll welcome some of our people. Listen, life is not going to change. Listen carefully, or write it, screenshot it. Life is not going to change because the calendar changed. If it were so, every year that you said the year of this and the calendar turned from 31st December to 1st of January, you yourself, you have changed. You have gotten taller. You have lost all the weight you wanted to lose. You've gotten the degree you wanted to get because the calendar turned. You know that it is never so. Please don't follow the crowded bottom of life where there are too many turkeys. Rise as an eagle and be different. Things will change because, number one, you changed. And when you change, you make proper changes around you. Never forget that. Listen, welcome. We have so many of you. Please, can you share? Can you share with as many people as possible? We want to go. Abba, God bless you from Wisconsin. Nicholas, God bless you. Joe Bandy's on the line. Francis Agbeko. Hey, how is Tadi? Tadi boy, blessings to you. Yes. My one and only Honorable Adome J. Champion. Good evening to you, daughter. Eddie, God bless you. Yes, sometimes opportunities come disguised as challenges. Adelaide Techimensa, God bless you all the way from Toronto, Canada. Nana Kunadu Brefo, Nana, God bless you. Emma, I hope you and the children are doing well. Mary, I am doing very well. Thank you for asking it. Hey, Ella, blessings. Joe Owusu, listen, if you're looking for a DJ for any of your parties, please look out for DJ K. He is the best in the world. I kid you not. From the Republic of the Bronx, Dr. Festus Chubesi, Rehoboth Christian Center, God bless you. Jackie, congratulations on your graduation. You've made it. Hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, but you made it. I'm so proud of you. Caroline, good evening to you. President's my miracle daughter. I hope you're all doing fine. Antoinette Jones, I hope you are good. Please tell the girls grandpa says hello. My one and only Pastor Joe Asma, my double, my mini-me. God bless you, Pastor Joe. Good to have you here. Everybody is here from the land of 10,000 lakes, Pastor Richard. God bless you. Ketetier George, I hope you are doing very well. Joyce says, greetings, family. Please share. When Joyce says share, please, you better share. Else you get into trouble, and I cannot save you. So let's do that. Adam, God bless you. God richly bless all of you. Thank you. I see the numbers rising. My Pessima, my billionaire in waiting. Go for it, man. Go for it. Stand tall, square your shoulders, you have a backbone. Gedin, good evening to you, daughter. I hope you are doing very well. Francis Dodo, great man of God, amazing man of God. God bless you all the way from Charlotte, North Carolina. Jennifer, God richly bless you. I have a whole lot of guys on YouTube. Yes, so many of you. Let's check you out. How are you all doing? Wow, so many of you out here on YouTube. Man, your numbers are out of the ballpark. Happy Hope Tuesday, Patrick. Comfort Yamwa, we miss you. I hope you're having a blast in that hot place. Please come back with a nice suntan. Fixin, God bless you. Caleb, good evening to you. I hope my family, my tribe are all doing well. I'm excited to have all of you. Thank you for giving me this privilege to be your teacher for these few moments. Listen, last week we started this journey, shaping your future. I told you this is for serious-minded people. It's not for I receive it, put your hand on your head and you think it's all over. I'm not into gimmicks. I'm not into things that, just play. No, I'm serious. I want you to be serious. People that win in this life are serious-minded people. They step outside the box. When you were in kindergarten, when they were teaching you how to color, you remember you used to crayons or whatever, and you color. They went out the lines and said, no, you can't color out of the lines. Color within the lines. I am for people who color outside the lines. People who are different, who are determined to walk off the maps that cartographers of this life have set for you. I want you to become different, unusual. I want you to become somebody that no one can really easily decipher. I want you to be an impossible mathematics equation for those who want to work you out. That is who I want you to be. We told you, we encourage you with a prophetic message from Isaiah. Isaiah 43 verse 18 to 19 in the Message translation. And that is for somebody, if you're not there last week or you've forgotten whether you were alive or you are not, this is it. It says in the Message translation, let's put it proper out there, Isaiah 41 verse 18 and 19. It says, forget what has happened. Don't keep, let's go, it's okay. It says, forget about what has happened. Don't keep going over old history. Listen, history is gone. History is gone. Be alert. Be present. God says, I'm about to do something brand new. It's bursting out. All colors. Don't you see it? Don't you see it? And he says that there it is. I'm making a road through the desert, rivers in the badlands. I'll make impossible things possible. The NIV says, the thing I like in the NIV says that don't dwell on the past. Don't dwell on the past. I'll do new things. 3 things you don't have to forget. God says that number 1, do not remember. It's not that you erase everything out of your memory. It's an impossibility. But it means you don't dwell on it. Whether it was good or bad, don't dwell on it. Sometimes you can celebrate victory so much that you forget that there are still more lands to occupy. God says that he will do a new thing. You realize that he did not qualify what the new thing is. So whatever is your new thing, go for it. And then he says it will spring forth. You will see it. So we began to consider some forces that will help you to shape your future. Please listen to this, and I'll put it out there on the screen for you. Anytime you see greatness, realize this thing, that greatness is never a byproduct of chance. Greatness is never a byproduct of chance. You don't catch a lucky break, as it were. You don't break through by chance. You don't get your destination by accident. Success will always leave clues. So please, watch great people. Watch people who have been successful in some venture. Look at those who are doing what you want to do, and you'll find out that there are some traits about them. Things just didn't happen. Things wouldn't even happen just because you prayed. Because you can pray all you want until your teeth fall out or your face turns blue. Or for somebody like me, deep black. Things won't change unless you get up and give action to your prayer. So we began to action some things. And the first key that we looked at, and we didn't get to finish, so we'll finish them today, is the force of vision. The force of vision. We talked about vision. The force of, not visions, but vision. This is our definition for vision. So what is vision? Vision is a picture of a preferred future. You don't have it yet, but somehow you can see it. It keeps you awake. You keep talking about it. I told you about the guy with the mouse, who was fired from the Kansas City Star. Talked about the mouse, a mouse, a mouse, a mouse, a mouse. His friends thought he was crazy until he brought the mouse to life in Orlando, Florida, and in Los Angeles, California, Disney World, Disneyland. And today, almost every child has gone to pay homage to the mouse with his female counterpart, Minnie. Never forget that it's somebody's vision. It's a prophetic revelation. It's an unveiling of something that has lain dormant on the inside of you. They are all on the past episode 118, so please go there. And we started by looking at some 5 things that vision will do to help you shape your future. 5 things that vision will do to help you shape your future. And last week we talked about 2 of them. Number 1, vision will help create focus. People without vision are easily distracted. They follow after everything that comes up the freeway. People that have no vision, they follow everything. They chase everything. They go after everything. They're all over the place. They don't have their lives together. Listen, if you are going to win in this life and shape your tomorrow, your future, and mind you, your future is important because you're going to live there. Today is the future you were talking about some years back, and it's here. The future is here. So please hear me. If you chase 2 rabbits at the same time, you catch none. If you chase 2 rabbits at the same time, you catch none. Because you know what has happened? When there's more than 1 vision, that is what we call division. 2 vision, division, division. So your focus is divided. You must have laser focus on your assignment. As I sit here right now, there are some lights, studio lights here. They are quite powerful, but they are diffused lights. They can never, no matter how long I sit under these lights, they will never be able to burn me. But if you take these same lights and you concentrate the light through a prism and concentrate it on a part of my skin, in less than no time, my skin is going to burn. Why? Because that diffused light has now been concentrated. And so it can cut. That's what laser is all about. It cuts through metal. It's light that has been concentrated. Please listen. Don't be distracted. Have focus. If you are busy hunting lions, you don't have to be distracted by rabbits. You are in lion territory. So please go back and listen to that. The second thing about vision is that it attracts provision. I'm talking about the resources that God put in your hand for your vision. That's why it's called vision, for the vision. If you have vision, the provision will locate you. So let's pick up the next 3 today, and I'll add a couple of things as your dessert, and I'm going to let you go. Number 3, vision will produce endurance. People of vision, they have endurance. Hear me, there is a power, a potent power, resident in vision, that no matter how stormy your waters are, it has the ability to propel you through. Read biographies. Follow after people who have made it in life. Nobody has life easy. I'm telling you, nobody has it easy than yourself. The fact that somebody hasn't cried or shouted or whatever doesn't mean they don't go through things. Everybody that you meet may be going through things, especially go-getters. But the fact of the matter is that because they have vision, they have a preferred future, they know they are getting somewhere, they move. Let me tell you, show me a person with a vision, and I will show you a fighter. And the greatest one of them all is recorded about in a book called Hebrews, chapter number 12, verse 1 and 2. The New King James says that since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, when you go to chapter number 11, it talks about all these heroes of faith, and they are those who have surrounded us, cheering us on, that if we did it, you can do it. If we went through that, you can go through the same thing. They are our example. And he says that, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which so easily ensnares us, and let us run with endurance. Run this race, my friend, with endurance. Run this thing with endurance, stickability, persistence. You may perspire, but never, never, never retire until you acquire what you desire. You may perspire, but never retire until you acquire what you desire. Press on, my friend, press on. Put one foot in front of the other. Do it. You are closer to the finishing line than where you started. Don't let the gunfire of doubt and weariness stop you short. You never know what tomorrow may bring. Get up one more time. Get up one more time. Grit your teeth. Move on. Your face is blooded by blood, sweat, and tears, but it is worth it. Let's go ahead. It says that in verse number 2, it says that looking to Jesus, look to Jesus, the author and the finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him, that is his reward, he endured the cross. He despised the shame and has sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. You see Jesus' example? He went through a lot. The cross, He went through shame. They stripped him naked. He was rejected. He was betrayed by trusted ones. But because he had a vision, he was able to despise the shame. Listen, whatever shame they put on you, whether it's personal shame, institutional shame, family shame, acquired shame, whatever, despise it and get forward. Listen, your success will silence your shame. The same people that said shame on you will begin to say we clap for you. That is Jesus. Let's look at it in the Message translation. The Message, I like it. I like that one. Listen to what Dr. Peterson said. He said, do you see what it means? All these pioneers who blazed the way, all these veterans cheering us on. I mean, we better get on with it. Yes, I like that. Strip down and start running and never quit. Never quit. No extra spiritual fat, no parasitic sense. Keep your eyes on Jesus, who both began and finished the race we are in. Now study how he did it. How did he do it? Verse number 2. Let's go. He says in verse number 2, because he never lost sight of where he was headed, vision. That exhilarating finish in and with God, he could put up with anything along the way. Cross, shame, whatever. And now he's there in the place of honor, right alongside God. You see that? When you find yourself flagging in your faith, go over that story again. I love this. So please hear me. Maybe today you are going through a lot of pain, frustration, whatever. I'll put something out there for you. It's my gift to you today, your Christmas gift, about vision, what vision does. You may be going through some pain, you may be facing something, but listen to this. Vision makes pain bearable. Jesus, because of the joy, his focus, he endured the cross. Was the cross pleasant? No. He even at a point said, if it's possible, let this pass from me. But he looked at the reward. Vision will make your pain bearable. Everybody who has a vision may go through pain, but they bear the pain. Why? Because if you can, quote unquote, see the reward, you stay in the fight. Thanksgiving in America, we ate all the chicken, the turkeys in the world. Christmas is just around the corner. New Year, that's when we all put on about 300 pounds. And that is why people sign for gym membership. Why? Because people want to lose weight. People want to look good. People want their tummies to come in a little bit so they don't have to hold their stomach while they are taking photographs. You know what I'm talking? But in a few weeks after January, you begin to see the separation between those who are serious and those who couldn't handle it. The people who have a compelling vision because of their weight, their health, whatever it is, they go through the pain to gain the reward. Please hear me and hear me well. In this life, you may not amount to much without endurance. Life is never cheap. In fact, sometimes life will fight you. There's a fight in life. Life will seek to add you to the multitude of imprisoned people, the multitudes imprisoned by apathy and mediocrity. Those who want nothing but a soft life. A soft life doesn't give great rewards. Never submit. Endure your pain, my friend. Endure your pain. And never forget this. I'll put it out there again. You may be facing resistance. Resistance is not always bad. Look at it from the positive side as I put it there. Your resistance is your teacher. Whenever you face resistance, it means you are going forward. It means you are getting towards the goal. Have you seen team sports, contact sports? As they get towards the goal, the opponents press them back. That is what resistance. Do you know that without resistance, you and I cannot walk? It's the resistance of the earth that propels us to walk. Without resistance, an aircraft cannot fly. Without resistance, a ship cannot float. Without resistance, a little puppy will not grow to become a mighty dog. So resistance is a teacher. It tells you are moving forward. So whatever, my fellow visionary, don't quit. Keep at it. It will be worth it in the end. Listen to this. There are seasons that you fight and you speak for your vision. But there also comes a season that the vision fights and speaks for you. Never forget this. Vision, it produces endurance. When you have vision, you don't give up. I hope you are learning something. So number one, let's go over it again. Number one, vision creates focus. Number two, vision brings provision. And then number three, vision will produce endurance. Number four, let's look at number four. Vision will give you direction in life. So if you are taking notes, put it out there. Vision will give you direction in life. Have you heard it said that if you don't know where you are going, any road will lead you there? In fact, if you don't know your destination, you are probably there. Never forget that. Listen, there's something very scary about life. I want me to tell you for free, secret between me and you. Everybody ends up somewhere. Some by intention because they have vision, and others are dragged by the vicissitudes of life because they didn't dig in. Hear me, you have to have some intentionality in your life's journey. Vision will put an end to you being all over the place. Anytime you see people all over, today I'm a mechanic, tomorrow I'm a carpenter, next week I'm a preacher, the next week I'm a doctor, the next week, they are all over the place because they don't have a compelling vision. Something has not captured them. Never forget that. Please, vision will put an end to you being all over the place. When you have vision in this life, you do not become a copycat. When you have vision in this life, you don't just follow the crowd. When you have vision, you don't wander aimlessly. There are too many people in this life. You are aimless. You shoot in the dark. You don't have a bull's eye that you aim for. Please don't forget it. When you have vision, listen, let me talk to a student. When you have vision, even from when you start as a freshman, you know where you are headed. And so you know the courses that you give your attention to. You don't choose a course because all your friends happen to be on that course. Because if you can't add, please don't join the physics class. If you can't sing, what business have you got to do with singing, with joining the choir? If you can't multiply, accountancy is not yours. You may not always have the calculator. The calculator, beg your pardon. You've got to be intentional. When you have vision, my friend, you are even, let me just, with a smile, I hope it's not too late. But when you have vision, when you know where you are going, you even are very careful the person you marry. I said it. Meet me here on Tuesday. There are some things I'm going to tell you next week. Tuesday will be my 41st anniversary in marriage. I'm going to talk to you about that. I'm going to share some 41 things with you. Listen, my friend. When you have vision, you are careful who you marry. When you have vision today, your actions, your decisions, your sacrifices, and all your investments will be directed towards your purpose. Never forget that. How many people could have become elected officials, but they were not because they never had a vision that one day they will be in a position. So their past came to visit their present, and they missed it. So vision gives you direction, my friend. When you have vision, we don't find you everywhere. When you have vision, you don't accept every invitation. When you have vision, it's not everywhere you go to eat. When you have vision, you know who your friends are. When you have vision, you qualify the people who have a front row seat in your life. I hope I'm teaching you something. So vision, my friend, will give you direction in life. And then the fifth and the final thing, and I like this, vision will preserve your life. Vision will preserve your life. Really? Yes. You mean if I don't have vision, my life will not be preserved? I didn't say so. What I said is the other side. Vision will preserve your life. It sounds strange, my friend, but it is true. When you have a compelling vision, and I'm going to prove to you from the scriptures, it has the ability to preserve you, sometimes even from a premature death. When you die before your death, you didn't die, you got killed. And sometimes without vision, you can make bad mistakes. Without vision, you can eat yourself to death. Without vision, you can dig your own grave with fork and knife. Without vision, my friend, you dwell carelessly. I want to talk to you about a man called Simeon or Simon, whichever way you mention it. In Luke chapter 2, Jesus is born, the infant is brought into the temple for dedication. And something very interesting happens when Simeon comes in. Now, let us look at Luke chapter 2, verse 25 and 26. It says that, and behold, there was a man in Jerusalem whose name was Simeon or Simon. And the man was just, he was devout. He was waiting for the consolation of Israel. It was a vision. It was a vision. The Holy Spirit was upon him. Who was the consolation of Israel? The Messiah. He was waiting. Why was he waiting? Look at the next verse. It says that it had been revealed to him by the Holy Spirit that he would not see death before he had seen the Lord's Christ. He will not see death so long as he kept that vision that I will see the Messiah before I die. The man wasn't going to die. You see that? Your vision will keep you going. Look at verse 29 and 30 of the same chapter. After Jesus was brought and Simon saw Jesus with his eyes, look at what he said. He said, now let me die in peace. According to your word. Let me die in peace. According to your word. The next verse says, for my eyes have seen the vision. You see that? Your vision will be so strong and compelling, my friend, that you refuse to die until you see the manifestation. He was not ready to depart until that vision had come to pass. I'll give you another one. The mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, let every matter be established. Our old friend, Simon Peter, the great fisherman. One time, he was backsliding. Jesus was looking for him. And Jesus had cooked a meal and, they ate. And Jesus said, come on, let's take a walk. And Jesus is walking with Simon, asked him, Simon, do you love me more than this? Feed my sheep, feed my lambs. And Simon was getting frustrated with the way the Lord was really, pressing his numbers. And then Peter turns and he sees John the beloved, the one Jesus loved, following. You see, true followers, they follow even when you haven't called. You don't shake them off. In John chapter 12, verse 18 to 19, something happens. And Peter said to the master, why is John following us? And the Lord said, what's your business? And he says, I say to you that, in fact, he said concerning John that even if you will live until I come back, what's your business? But he says that, let me tell you something, Peter. When you were younger, you girded yourself, you dressed and you walked wherever you wanted. But when you are old, which means, Peter, you are going to grow old. You will stretch out your hands and another will gird you, dress you and carry you where you do not. Which means, Peter, you are going to be a very old man. What's the next verse? Peter, you're going to be an old man. This he spoke, signified by what death he will glorify God. That is, Peter, you will be very old before they kill you, before you die. And when he said this, he said to him, let's keep walking. A vision has been planted in his heart. Peter, you will not die young. You grow old until they even hold you around. In Acts chapter 12, Peter is arrested. He's still young. James has already been killed. Now they've taken Peter. Peter is not yet old. In verse number 6 of Acts chapter 12, look at what happens. A man that he was about to die. They were going to kill him that night. What was happening to that dying man? He was asleep. They had tied him amongst 2 soldiers. And guards were before the door. They were keeping the prison. Peter was sleeping. Why was that? He remembered the vision. Peter, you will not die young. The vision will preserve you. Is it convincing? Let me dial witness number 3. His name is Paul from Tarsus. He faced shipwrecks. He faced snake bites. He went through everything, and yet the man refused to die. Why? Because it has already been shown him in a vision that he will stand before Caesar. Whatever it is, my friend, you would go on. In fact, it is scientifically proven that a lot of people die early because they have nothing to live for. Your vision drives your passion, and you hold on to life until you see the manifestation. Let me give you a couple of pointers about vision, because I get asked a lot. Somebody asked me after this that, how do I get a vision? Kosia Williams, nice to have you here. Rose Queen, God bless you. Worthy Boa Hema, God bless you. Gobe Seller, God bless you. Aha. Yes. Amiefwa, so good to have you here. You are a blessing. Nicholas Opudi says, I see it. Yes, I also saw it and I danced around the building. Yes. God bless. Listen, there's a recommendation here from Maxwell. It says that there's a book called Shake It Off. In fact, I've read the book several times. It's called Shake It Off. It's written by a certain Ofosu-Appiah. You may not meet him, but I've met him and he's a good writer. It talks about amazing foundations for vision. He highly recommends it, and I think I second the motion. God richly bless you. God richly bless you. God, Sila, God bless you. I hope you are well today. Blessings upon blessings upon blessings. Listen. Sometimes people ask me, how do I get a vision? Let me be upfront. You are not going to get your life's vision. You are not going to get a vision for something powerful and purposeful by sitting in front of television 24/7. You are not going to get a vision being a TikTok addict. You are not going to find your preferred future. Yes, I'm talking to you. You may have a vision learning from other people's foolishness. But let me tell you something. True vision comes from the one who created you. So if you want to have vision, if you want to know your purpose, vision in this life, please ask for the one who created you. Ask it from the one who created you. What do you do? Number one, I'm going to put it there. Spend time with him. And one of the things, I tell you, as much as I try to shift away from, our quote unquote spiritual things. I know your pastors are doing amazing. Your pastors, teachers, prophets, they are doing amazing things with you. So I try to leave that to them. Here, I just want us to get to the meat and bones. But I realize this one thing, that for many of us, our prayer lives are nothing but just shouting matches in the ears of God. We start and it's full blast. Bang, 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 like our shopping list before the Lord. And then once we say, Father, thank you in Jesus' name, we shoot off and we are gone. Prayer is a two-way thing. When you speak, that is communication. You speak and you are quiet enough to listen. Very important. That is what communication is. Anticipate that he will speak to you. If you want to have vision, please, when you are in the presence of the Lord, be quiet. Have a notepad, have something to record. He will speak to your heart. It's not difficult hearing from God. Many mistakes that you make in life is because you didn't hear his voice. Never forget that. Many of the major mistakes I made is because I overlooked the voice that was speaking to me. God's voice normally is not loud. The voice of compulsion hardly comes from God. The voice of persuasion comes from the Lord. Gentle, speaking to your spirit, into your heart. We are too noise polluted. In Acts chapter 9, verse number 6, the Apostle Paul meets his match on the way to Damascus. Jesus says, Saul, why are you persecuting me? It's difficult for you to kick against the pricks. And he says, who are you, Lord? And he says, I'm Jesus whom you are persecuting. And Paul asks the question, Lord, what do you want me to do? That's my purpose. Give me a vision. Let me go with it. I wish we could go through. Look at let's go through verse 12 very quickly through 19, and then I'll begin to finish. Paul begins to recount this episode in Acts chapter 26 when he stood before King Agrippa. Things must happen to you, people of God, that never leave you, even if you don't write them down. One of them is your conversion. One of them is when you stumbled upon some great revelations in your heart. They live with you. God makes sure you don't forget it. There are some stones in my life, not literal stones, but places that I always remember what happened to me. Let me tell you one. I'll go to this. I know you like stories about my life. It's in my book, my biography that's coming out. I got to the city of London, and those days we had red phone boxes, for public phones, only 10 pence. And I know a certain individual, when he was actually traveling from our nation to the United Kingdom, I actually gave him a little money, because I was pastor then. I had come in fresh, and I called him, and he was so excited to hear my voice. And he said, so what did you come to the UK to do, hustle? And I said, no, I came for Bible school. He went silent for a little while, and he went off. He said, Bible school? Who comes to the UK for Bible school? We come here to hustle. Everybody comes here to hustle, and you say Bible school? What kind of life? He went, and I was quiet until my 10p ran out. And I'm telling you, as I look at you today, it almost feels like it happened this morning. I had hot tears running down my cheeks on that cold Saturday afternoon on Kennington Park Road, southeast of London. I held the phone in that red box, and I heard God saying to me, trust me. Trust me. Trust me. 3 times, and I hung up the phone. I ended up dedicating this guy's children. I'm not going to stop it. But Anytime I'm in London and I go on that road, Kennington Park Road, of course, those boxes have been removed now. And I get to that spot, I remember my epiphany. There are some places, my friend, that God will use to remind you of your sense of destiny. Don't just take everything as normal. God can speak to you with even an advertising board. But Paul begins to recount before King Agrippa about his conversion experience on the way to Damascus, Acts 26:12. And he says, as thus occupied, I journeyed from Damascus with authority and commission from the chief priests. At midday, O king, along the road, I saw a light from heaven, brighter than the shining star, shining around me and those who journeyed with me. Here's a separation. And when we had all fallen to the ground, I heard a voice speaking to me and saying in the Hebrew language, Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me? It's hard for you to kick against the goats. And I said, who are you, Lord? And he said, I'm Jesus whom you are persecuting. Please hold on, don't go there. No, just go. But I want to say something. There's another place that Paul was recounting the same thing, and he said that all of us saw the light, we felt that, but I'm the only one who heard the voice. So you can be in the same place, same space with people. You may see same things, but you hear different matters. Many people saw a star, and people wondered, this is different. But some magi realized that this was different, and they took an 18-month journey and followed the star to where the boy Jesus, about 2 years old, was in a rented house. Do you see what I see? I said, who are you, Lord? And he said, I'm Jesus whom you are persecuting. Let's go ahead. But rise and stand on your feet, for I've appeared to you for this purpose. I'm giving you a vision, Paul. I'm going to make you a minister and a witness. That was his vision. Both of the things which you have seen and of the things which I will yet reveal to you. Revelation is progressive. I will deliver you from the Jewish people. They won't kill you. As well as from the Gentiles, to whom I will now send you. To open their eyes in order to turn them from darkness to light, from the power of Satan to God. This is every preacher's commission. That they may receive forgiveness of sins and an inheritance among those who are sanctified by faith in me. Now look at this. This is the clincher. Therefore, in the light of all that he showed me the vision, King Agrippa, I was not disobedient to the heavenly vision. I was not disobedient to what he showed me. Listen, when your vision is birthed in you by the guidance of God, you don't compete unnecessarily. So number one, spend time with God. Number two, whatever he shows you, write it. Write your vision. Commit it to paper. Write it. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2 and 4. Habakkuk says, I'll stand upon my ramparts and see what he says to me. And the Lord answered and said, write the vision. Commit it to paper. It will surprise you when you write down things. How many of them come to pass? Write. My staff know that anytime I call them to come to my office, if you come without a notepad or something to write with, I tell you right back. You are not serious. Our memories are not that long. A long memory is never better than a short pencil. Write the vision and make it plain that he may run who reads it. Out of your vision, plans are made. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, in the end it will speak and it will not lie. Even though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come. You see that? Never forget it, my friend. Write the vision. Then the third thing is plan with the vision. Whatever vision God has given to you, if you have a vision to become a medical doctor, make a plan for that. What courses must I take? What do I do? Which colleges do I go? What will be my major? And then the fourth and the last thing, learn to fight for your vision. Because every vision will go through assaults. Every vision in your life will go through assault. Assault of doubt, naysayers, delay, sometimes plain sabotage. But listen, do not give up. If that dream or that vision is from God and it is yours, fight tooth and nail for it. In Genesis chapter 15, Abraham cutting a covenant with the Lord. And the Bible says that some vultures wanted to destroy it. In Genesis 15 and 11, look at what Abraham did. I think we've talked about it in one of our episodes. The vultures came down on the carcasses and Abraham drove them away. I'm sure he took a piece of stick and drove them away. Listen, drive away the vultures that will try to steal your vision, dampen your vision, laugh at your vision. This week, make some time. Sit quietly before the Lord. Ask him to open your eyes. Some way, somehow, I know, I'm confident that he will speak to you. You will not be able to shake that thing off easily. The ideas will come. Your passion will rise. Motivation will come up. Vision will shape your future. And it will be impossible for you to fail in 2024. The first force that will shape your future is found in the force of vision. A picture of a preferred future. It will create focus. It will attract provision. It will produce endurance. It will give you direction. It will preserve your life. I hope you have learned something today. Please go over the notes over. I leave these things on there online for you. Go back. You may be feeling sleepy because you are at another part of the world. Wake up again early in the morning. Give yourself some 30 minutes. Go over them again. I may have said some things that didn't really connect. Go listen to them again. The Lord God of heaven will give you more revelation and understanding better than I have given to you. All I desire as I sit here, even whether I'm tired or not doing too well, is to help you. That is all I want to do with you. I don't want to take from you. I want to give to you. I want you to become better at what you do. I want you to meet me one day, and when I ask you, how are you? No long talk. Just tell me, Ambassador of Hope, thank you. I had no vision. I was messing around. I was all over the place. I was chasing rabbits. I was doing this, but you brought me back with the force of vision. The next force is a force. But next week, Tuesday, December 26th, will be our 41st wedding anniversary. Mommy and I are going to sit here. We are going to talk. We're going to reminisce. We are going to answer some questions. 41 things. It's a window into our lives. Bring your questions. I'll answer. Easy questions. We'll answer. All that remains for me to say is God bless you. Thank you. Whatever you do, the vision will never die. Keep it burning. If you lost it, go get it. If you don't have one, ask for it. I'll see you at the top. Don't forget our mentoring class. Don't forget the master class. I'll see you when I see you. Have a good evening. Remember, cutoff is Monday. And I'll see you when I see you. There's a book out there. Remember, New Year, New You. You can go to Advanced Life and purchase it. And by the way, I may come your way on Christmas Day. I may come your way with something live, to do a live thing on Christmas Day. I don't know. Maybe I'll just pick up my phone and walk and we'll talk. But listen, the greatest ever to walk this earth, his king-size bed was a donkey's trough. He was humble enough. Let's humble ourselves this season. Merry Christmas. Love you. Bye-bye.